Hello everybody, this is JD. Today I'm going to talk to you about JD's plan to make this country great again, or prosperous, or tranquil, or peaceful. Trump has come up with some really very old-fashioned statements to make this country great. All this about the internet, my son told me 30 years ago. Almost identical word for word. And you know what? My son's not a millionaire yet. Yes, Steve Jobs became that and a few people around him. Yes, Bill Gates did that and a few people around him. And there's a few others here and there, but not as a bunch. And his talk about real estate and all that. Well, yeah, he did make billions in real estate. But yet, I know a lady down here who's in real estate, and she lost her house that her and her husband had on the beach, that when they got divorced, that was lost. She lost the automobile she had to, because she couldn't make payments on it. So, Trump, what's your answer you tell those people? What do you tell my son who's been on the internet before you, but yet he didn't hit the right spots? Or you tell this real estate lady who's selling property down here in Virginia Beach, Norfolk and stuff. Everybody can't live in Manhattan. Everybody can't be a Steve Jobs, and everybody can't be a Bill Gates. But you think they can. Then what does this nation need to feel great? It's actually already written, and most people don't even know it. First, each and every American working feels that they are earning a fair, equitable, livable salary within a decent, secured, full-time job. That's first and foremost. Because unless the people are economically sound within their own genre or world or ideas, there's going to be problems. So they must have a sound economic security within their employment, that they could earn a fair, equitable, livable income for them, their family, etc., etc. That's first. Second is that each and every person, not just American citizen, but each and every person within this country, within our borders, whether it's a territory or whether it's an actual state, whether it's a district, but each and every person feels safe and secure in their home. That's right, safe and secure. Oh, I talk to some people and they say, oh, with my guns, I feel safe in my home. I said, how would you feel if you didn't have your guns? Oh, I wouldn't feel safe at all. When do we become a nation that we have to fortify our homes? We have to live in little forts, iron bars, rifles, guns, machine guns, you name it, so that we can feel safe in our homes? That we have to have 7, 8, 9 locks on the door, and the door has to be solid steel. That's not feeling safe and secure. There was a time in this country where a person could go to sleep at night, leaving his front door or her front door open and the screen door with a little metal hook holding it closed, and they felt safe and secure. Not today. Why are they so afraid? These have to be changed. These have to be fixed. While doing that, I have to take all of you, each and every one of you individuals, and bring you together as one nation. Whether you're beige like me or the darkest brown that walks the earth, whether you have a round face like mine or a square face like mine, long, narrow, or little short, doesn't matter. Whether you have big blue eyes like I got or little slanted eyes, doesn't matter. Whether your skin is yellow, whether you talk with an accent, whether you talk without an accent, whether your primary language is English or your primary language is another, does not matter. What matters is that we get together as one. One people, one nation, under God, indivisibly. Now these are the things that made America great. And these are the things we must return to become great. How we do it? Well, I can't tell you it all on this video. I can't even show it to you all on this video. I talked about economics. I talked about taxation. I talked about interfering with other nations. I talked about excessive military force. I talked about excessive police force. I talked about all that. No. How do we do it? First thing you notice is how do we do it, not I. Second thing, we do it one step at a time. Now, sure, some of you want instant gratification, instant. But let's talk about the income. A viable income that you can earn a decent living on that could support you and your family. How long has that been a problem in this nation and has not been addressed? Since Ronald Reagan. When did they start talking about the trickle-down effect that never happened? Since Ronald Reagan. But we've had several minimum wage increases. We sure have. And minimum wage went up and up and up. And the poverty level followed right behind, up and up and up. But did the buyable power of the individual go up? Did the individual earn a buyable, livable, decent salary? Nope. It went down and down and down. So we know minimum wage is not the answer. We already know that. Then what is the answer? To get the people what would be called a livable, viable income that a family could reasonably survive a little bit extra for some pleasantries. Giving them things to earn to. That would be classified as prosperity, would it not? Yeah, prosperity. Oh, prosperity. What does that mean? What does prosperity? Let me find my little book here. I know it's in there. I found my little book that says the Constitution of the United States. Well, I can't find it quickly. But in the preamble, it tells you of prosperity. That's one of the reasons for the Constitution. That's one of the reasons for our government, to provide each citizen prosperity, or a decent, viable, livable income, so they and their family could successfully enjoy life within this country. Yep. Don't know where that book is. It always disappears when you want it most. So, that's the first half of this video. That's the first step. And the second, to be secure and safe in your home, where you don't have to buy bars to put on the door. You don't have to have a full cache of weapons to survive. You don't have to have the fear of having to lock upon lock upon lock upon lock on a metal door to keep you safe. You feel safe just walking inside and quietly closing your door. Now, is that promised to you in our Constitution? In the preamble, I think they mentioned something about tranquility. Peace and tranquility. Oh, yeah, it is promised in the preamble. That's another function of the federal government. It's not providing. These are the things that I feel, as president, I must focus our Congress on to get you all feeling safe and secure in your home. Because once you feel safe and secure in your home, it will eventually work its way into the streets. When it works its way into the streets, that will eventually work its way into your town. Your towns will then join together into the states and the states. And wow, we have a country that we used to have, where you could travel from one end to the other end, and you won't have to worry about somebody trying to kill you because you look a little different, you speak a little different. I know the South used to be like that many, many years ago, but, for us Northerners. But that has changed. But we all can change. And then we all have to understand we are in this together. Not this group against that group and that group against this group and etc., fighting among themselves. We are in this mess together. And only we together can fix it. You and I. But we can, if we want to. But we have to do it together. I would love to do a march across this country. And I can't walk. I can hardly walk. I would love to do a march across this country, leading people from one end to the other end, meeting at Valley Forge. And we have a great, great convention where you all can tell me why you're upset, what's bothering you, what you need to see from our government, federal government. Can't promise you to fix it all, but we can do it together, one step at a time. Who knows how far we can get? We might even be able to fix it all if we did it together instead of fighting each other. We know our Congress loves to invent the wheel. They will take a round object and make it square every time. They do a pretty good job of doing that. But they can't do better than the wheel. They try. They actually try. And they make a lot of blocks, but they don't make wheels. So people, yeah, I'm a presidential candidate. I might be a spoiler this time, but I might be the winner. It all depends on you and what you believe we can do. Can we really fix this nation? Can we together really unite as one people? Can we together get it so everybody in this nation earns a fair, equitable, livable, viable income that can support them and their family? Can we make it so that each and every street in this country, anybody and everybody can walk down safely and feel secure? Can we do it? Yes, we can do it. But only us together. Will it be done instantaneously? No. Oh, I'd love it to be, one day, boom, everything's going, everything's just perfect. But it won't be. It's going to be step by step. We will bring manufacturing back into this country. We will readjust our tax system so that it's more equitable, more fair on the people here, as well as those who are here illegally. They will pay their fair share. We will look at how a federal government and how to focus it on you, each and every one of you, and what you need from this country, not what someone in Jordan needs, or someone in Africa needs, or someone in Asia needs, or someone in Europe, what you need from this country. I'm not saying ignore those other countries, but you have to come first. This country's falling apart because you are its backbone. This country's failing because you are its success. This country is collapsing because it's on your shoulders. Not just mine. But we can do this job. There's no job too tough for an American. None. Even this one can be done. But we must do it together. That is how we will make America great. Because once you become great, each and every one of you become great, then the United States of America will be great. I don't care what the rest of the world says. When you say, I am great, I am part of the United States, and together we are great, that's when the United States will be great. But until then, we must work together to make ourselves, make each and every one of us great. Feel safe, feel secure, earn a decent income, not worry about tomorrow, not be afraid of what may bring the next day, not fear of someone busted through our doors, whether they are criminals or whether they are police, but actually feel safe and secure within our home, within our job, within our income, and that we can enjoy the promises of an American dream. Until we build that, there is no politician that can do that job, not by himself. I don't care who they are. I mean, listen to the things they're saying. You listen to the things. I don't need to hear someone repeat today what I heard 30 years ago from my son. I don't need someone to repeat today what I've seen was a total failure among a lot of people in the real estate world. I don't need someone to argue about whether or not they made the right decision or a wrong decision within a hostile environment within some country throughout the world. I don't need to hear that stuff. I don't care to hear that stuff. I care about you. And that's where my priorities are going to lie. Now, if you think that's not good enough to be president, fine. Don't vote for me. But if you think you are the one that should matter to the federal government, then you better start looking my way instead of everybody else's. You have a nice day. This is JD. Thank you for your time.